Hello, my people, and you are my people. Here's a story here. It's not even from the United States, but it's kind of crazy, and it kind of really caught me off guard, man. And I'm like, wow, this is a lady that is on trial, and it's actually in Australia. And so this is the title. The title even the title of this story is crazy. It says a sex crazed black widow stripper who says she slit her fiance's throat as has had the best orgasm ever while she was doing it is found guilty of his murder in Australian trial. Heard how she used her body to make men kill for her. A nymphomaniac ex-stripper who claims she slit her fiance's throat as she reached the point of orgasm is facing imprisonment. Robin Lindholm of Melbourne, Australia, who is already serving 25 years for the murder of Wayne Amy in 2013, told a fellow inmate about how she killed George Templeton in 2005. Lindholm, 46, described in court as a femme fatale who used her body to make men want to kill for her. Victoria Supreme Court heard that Lindholm had previously arranged with Amy to murder her then fiance Templeton and dispose of his body. Officers believed that Amy and an unidentified accomplice loaded Templeton's remains onto a boat before dumping him at sea. Crown prosecutor Ray Gibson would claim Templeton had been controlling of Lindholm. So he told the court there were arguments. He was a significant break on her freedom. George was suspicious of her. He was referred to in the derogatory terms by the accused. She referred to him as a plastic gangster who was going nowhere. More importantly, he stood in the way of her being able to pursue her relationship with the fit, sexy, leather pants wearing Amy. Officers believed Templeton had been murdered but could not find enough evidence to link Amy or Lindholm to the crime, especially since his body has never been recovered. However, in 2013, Lindholm had been engaging in an illicit affair with Torsten Trabert. He said Mr. Trabert was infatuated with her. He left his wife and children. He was involved in an intense sexual relationship with her. Trabert and his friend John Ryan murdered Amy in December 2013 upon Lindholm's orders. Lindholm and Trabert had sex the next night to a small river, next to a small river, after dumping Amy's body. She's currently serving a 25-year jail sentence, and I mean, now she's going to be going back to court again for the second murder, and that's oh boy, be careful what you ask for. Here's a story. This is a feel-good story to me. You're a bad police officer. Politician confronts cop of the month at a ceremony over protest, over prior arrest. Tamarack City Commissioner Mike Jelen confronted Officer Joshua Gallardo over a 2015 arrest. A police award ceremony turned contentious last week after city commissioner confronted one of the honorees claiming that he was a bad police officer who had falsely arrested him in 2015. City officials in Broward County honored Joshua Gallardo as Deputy of the Month for his role in arresting a gang member for murder. After accepting his award, Gallardo posed for photos with the mayor and headed back to his seat. But the ceremony wasn't over. Suddenly, Tamarack City Commissioner Mike Jelen took the mic to make an announcement. Joshua Gallardo, will you come down for a second? It's good to see you again, Jelen said. Visually confused, Gallardo returned to the front. You probably don't remember me, but you're the officer who falsely arrested me 4 years ago, Jelen said. According to a recording of the public meeting, you lied on the police report. I believe you're a rogue police officer, you're a bad police officer, and you don't deserve to be here. According to ABC Miami, Florida news station, Jelen was arrested in 2015 after he allegedly refused to clear a crime scene where a man had been found beaten. In an interview with the local blog, Jelen said he was in Starbucks when he saw two homeless men fighting. 3 police officers, including Gallardo, showed up on the scene. For some reason, he came over to me, told me to stop recording with my phone. I asked him why I needed to stop recording, and he gave me an answer, and then he told me that I need to back up. Jelen claimed that why was he the only person in the crowd who was told to move? At that point, he said he was placed under arrest. It was disrespectful. I was humiliated, embarrassed, and spent 9 hours in jail, he told the site. I spent a significant amount of time and money finding a good attorney and dealing with the court system. An arrest record reported by the Washington Post, Gallardo described the incident differently. The charges were later dropped. In a statement, the Broward County Officers Deputies Association, were upset that Jelen even said anything about whatever was going on. But I have to congratulate Jelen for coming forward and making sure that this guy didn't get away with what he had did. Anyway, on to the next story. And this is something that's really crazy to me. I mean, I don't know what I can say about this, except with the exception of just reading it and then you make a decision. A terrifying moment when a woman taunts a lion after climbing into the zoo enclosure. A terrifying video shows a moment when a woman who appears to have climbed into a lion enclosure, teasing one of its inhabitants just meters away. Footage shared on Instagram shows a woman waving and dancing as a large lion stares intensely at her at the Bronx Zoo in New York. Instagram shared several clips of the woman's daring act, sparking disbelief online. Very, very stupid idea. Obviously, she has a death wish, one person wrote. The woman climbed over a waist-high wooden barrier before stopping short of a moat separating the lions from the public. The zoo confirmed the incident occurred on Saturday and stressed the dangers of such actions. The action was a serious violation and unlawful trespass that could have resulted in serious injury or death, the Bronx Zoo said in a statement to NBC News. Barriers and rules are in place to keep both visitor staff and animals safe. We have a zero-tolerance policy on trespass and violation of barriers. It is unclear if she was removed from the zoo or whether she will face criminal charges. And drum roll, out of all people, it was a black lady that climbed over into the lion cage. Now, historically, we don't do that kind of dumb shit. But for some reason, this black lady decided she jumped the fence and went over into the lion cage at the Bronx Zoo. Oh boy. Drugs. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Leave the drugs alone.
Time for the news, baby. Time for the
Leave the
news,
drugs
baby.
alone, folks.
It's time for the news, baby.
Folks climbing in lion cages.
Time for the news, baby.
Whatever drugs she had, I don't want none. Peace.